નમસ્કાર, આપની કંપનીમાં આપનું સ્વાગત છે. હું છું ઋષિન શાહ. આપણે કંપનીના મેનેજમેન્ટ સાથે ખાસ વાતચીત કરીએ તે પહેલા એકવાર ક્વિકલી આજના દિવસના મુખ્ય સમાચાર ઉપર નજર. ગુજરાત ચૂંટણીમાં બીજેપીની જ્વલંત વિજયનું અનુમાન. એક્ઝિટ પોલમાં સરેરાશ 110 થી 120 બેઠકનું અનુમાન. ચાણક્ય 135 બેઠક મેળવવાનો પોલ રજૂ કર્યો. હિમાચલમાં પણ બીજેપી કરી શકે છે સત્તા પરિવર્તન. વિકાસે ગુજરાતની જનતાનું થમ્સઅપ મળવાનું અનુમાન. રાહુલ ગાંધીની સોફ્ટ હિન્દુત્વ ઇમેજની ખાસ અસરની હાર્દિક જિગ્નેશ અલ્પેશ ફેક્ટર પણ બીજેપીના ઘડને ભેદી ન શકવાની ધારણા. એક્ઝિટ પોલને જોતા આજે માર્કેટ 2 સપ્તાહની ઊંચાઈ પર. નિફ્ટી 10,350ની આસપાસ. બેંક નિફ્ટીમાં પણ 0.25% આસપાસનો ઉછાળો. એચડીએફસી અને એચડીએફસી બેંકમાં જોરદાર તેજી. આવતા સપ્તાહે ફંડિંગ માટે બંને કંપનીઓના બોર્ડ દ્વારા નિર્ણય લેવામાં આવશે. એચડીએફસી બેંક ઓલ ટાઈમ હાઈના લેવલ ઉપર. આજે કેબિનેટની બેઠક પર રહેશે ખાસ ફોકસ. લેધર અને ફૂટવેર સેક્ટરને 2600 કરોડ રૂપિયાનું રાહત પેકેજ મળી શકે છે. બેંક મોબાઈલ સરકારી યોજના સાથે આધાર જોડવાની તારીખ લંબાવવામાં આવી. 31મી માર્ચ સુધી થઈ શકે છે લીક. અને અમદાવાદની સ્પેશિયાલિટી હોસ્પિટલ ચેઇન ધરાવતી કંપની શેલ્બી હોસ્પિટલનું ફ્લેટ લિસ્ટિંગ રહ્યું. 248 રૂપિયાના ઇશ્યુ પ્રાઇસ સામે 245 રૂપિયા ઉપર થયો લિસ્ટ. તો એ સારી એકવાર ક્વિકલી માર્કેટ ઉપર નજર કરી લે, કારણ કે મેસિવ રેલી છે. આઈ મીન 10,350 ઉપર ક્લોઝિંગ થતું જોવા મળશે. તો હજુ પણ જે છે તેજી ખાસી સુધરતી જોવા મળશે. એના 2-3 કારણ છે. સૌથી પહેલું એ છે કે તમે જો કે હવે માર્કેટનું ફોકસ ક્યાંય ને ક્યાંય બજેટ ઉપર રહેતું જોવા મળશે. પરંતુ શું અહીંયાથી સેલોન રાઇઝ જેવી અહીંયાથી સિચ્યુએશન ઊભી થઈ શકે? કારણ કે તમે જો કે આપણે ઓલરેડી અહીંયાથી બીજેપીની વિક્ટરીને અહીંયાથી 100 પોઈન્ટનો નિફ્ટી જે છે તે ઓલરેડી ગિવન છે. ત્યારે જો 150 પોઈન્ટથી 150 સીટથી પણ જો વધારે બીજેપી જીતતી જોવા મળશે તો કદાચ હજુ પણ તેજી કદાચ સોમવારે આપણે જોઈ શકીએ. સ્ટ્રક્ચરલી અત્યારે માર્કેટ ખૂબ જ સારું છે. ત્યારે ટેકનિકલ ટર્મ્સમાં જોવા જઈએ, ફંડામેન્ટલી અત્યારે ખાસું મોંઘું છે. અત્યારે 26-27 ટાઈમ્સ ઉપર અત્યારે માર્કેટ ટ્રેડ કરે છે. અને અર્નિંગ ગ્રોથ તમે જો અત્યારે આપણે વાત કરીએ છીએ કે 1 વર્ષ પછી હજુ આવતી જોવા મળશે. નો ડાઉટ જો અર્નિંગ ગ્રોથ આવતી જોવા મળશે તો હજુ પણ મલ્ટિપલ્સ હજુ પણ ઉપરની તરફ રિવાઇઝ થતા જોવા મળશે. પરંતુ તે કેટલા થતા જોવા મળશે તે સૌથી મોટો ક્વેશ્ચન માર્ક છે. ત્યારે ઘણા બધા સ્ટોક્સ અત્યારે જેમ કે મહિન્દ્રા, બજાજ ફાઇનાન્સ, બજાજ ઓટો, કોટક મહિન્દ્રા બેંક, એશિયન પેઇન્ટ્સ, ગેલ, આ બધા સ્ટોક્સની અંદર તમે જો વોલ્યુમ સાથે એક સારી ખરીદારી આપણા લેવલ ઉપર જોડાય છે. થોડી ઘણી પ્રોફિટ બુકિંગ છે ટેક મહિન્દ્રા, ઓએનજીસી, સિપ્લા અને પાવર ગ્રીડ જેવા સ્ટોક્સની અંદર. પરંતુ ઓવરઓલ અહીંયાથી એક ખૂબ જ સારી ખરીદારી અહીંયાથી આપણે અક્રોસ ધ માર્કેટ અત્યારે લેવલ ઉપર આપણે જોઈ રહ્યા છે. તીસરે અત્યારે આગળ વધે એક બહુ જ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટિંગ કંપનીના મેનેજમેન્ટ આપણી સાથે જોડાયેલા છે. નીલા ઇન્ફ્રાસ્ટ્રક્ચરના સીઈઓ દીપ વડોદરા અત્યારે આપણી સાથે જોડાયેલા છે. Sir, it's good to have you on the show. Sir, just wanted to understand, sir, what is your business model? In which segments, in which vertical you are operating right now?
So we have a very unique business model. So we're operating right now in 2 states, Gujarat and Rajasthan, and we back projects in 2 different segments. One is affordable housing, which is a sector that we've focused on from 2012-13, and we've continued the focus on there. And the other segment is civil urban infrastructure, which is pertaining to other infrastructure projects of the government, something like a medical college that we're doing in Bazaar, or the multi-level car parks that we've delivered to various civic bodies. So other side of development over and above the affordable housing that we do. And the same in both the segments is fragmented in 3 different segments in affordable housing. One is purely EPC, which is a vanilla construction contract, which is low risk, low return, low margin. And the other one is a unique business model in affordable housing which we're doing with government of Rajasthan, which is a hybrid PPP model, something which we call EPC plus PPP, which has higher margins than EPC business, and it is right now only prevalent in Rajasthan that we're doing. And the other segment that we operate in is public-private partnership projects. So we recently completed one of the best slums in Ahmedabad. Delivered it much ahead of the schedule, and over and above that we are just about to start construction of 2 bus ports in the cities of Amreli and Modasa in Gujarat.
Perfect. Mr. Vadodara, I'm just trying to understand what is actually the rationale behind demerging your real estate business, which is PSL, which is also going to be later demerger, and it is going to be listed on the stock exchange. So, sir, what is actually the logic behind it, and what kind of the wealth creation you are seeing from this particular transaction?
Well, first I will explain why demerger is something that we decided to go ahead with. We had a lot of assets on Nila Infrastructure's balance sheet which were not pertaining to the current business that the company has been involved in, because as you understand, Nila Infrastructure Limited over the past 5-7 years have gone from a sea change into a real estate player to a purely construction company. And in financial year 16-17, about 87% of our revenues came in purely from construction business. And the balance sheet was not obviously in tune with the transformation, because there were a lot of assets pertaining to land and other stuff which was on the balance sheet, which was weighing the balance sheet down. This is the internal part of it. The external factor, of course, which led to the demerger is the growing proposition and growing interest in affordable housing, which we have seen very closely working with the governments right now to deliver affordable housing. One is on the demand. The other element, obviously, which affected this is the government's stance, which has changed in the last 4 quarters about coming out and supporting real estate segment when they are creating affordable housing. And plugged with RERA sort of regulatory norms which were necessary for the sector. With them coming in, I believe real estate was again something which was attractive, and we have relevant assets which can create affordable housing, real estate to create more wealth. And just because it doesn't get very mixed up together with construction company, we wanted to give two different companies, 2 different risk appetites and 2 different growth drivers. So we will have 2 different separate management driving 2 different companies. I think that is the best way to grow the wealth. And I think both the companies going forward will flourish because of this demerger.
Just coming to your financials and particularly your profitability has improved a lot in Q2. And if I'm looking at the first half of the profitability, the net profit, it has been increased by the 42%. So what will be the year-end target, and what kind of the profit you are seeing in the FY19? Is it sustainable, the run rate we are seeing right now?
Yes, so the margins have gone up on the blended level because of these business models, various business models that we operate in, which we spoke about earlier. We have been saying since the last 3-4 quarters that now more and more revenues we will start booking from our EPC plus PPP projects and PPP projects. Those are high profit businesses compared to EPC. So that is why the surge in net profits, and with the order mix that we have on our unexecuted order book, we see this growth has to be sustainable in the next few years to come.
Okay. And in between, Nila Infra stock is risen by the 14% and the volume is massive. So just wanted to understand, because see, the market is also getting the enthusiastic because the growth is there. And in the last 12 months, your stock price has been increased by the 82% just because the operational performance has been increased and the value unlocking will happen through this demerger. So if you can give us some sense on how the debt is going to be transferred into the demerged entity. What will be the debt on the balance sheet of the Nila Infra, and what will be the debt on the demerged arm?
Well, the details of all of this is already uploaded on the website, but just to give you a quick measure, about 67 to 70 crores of debt is moving to the real estate entity, which is the long-term debt of the company, which is not pertaining to the infra business. And post that removal, we will be in a very comfortable position as far as we are in a comfortable position even now as far as debt is concerned. But post the demerger, obviously the balance sheet of Nila Infrastructure Limited will look fitter than before.
Okay. Okay, fair enough, sir. And because your debt equity ratio is also under 1 and 0.72 more precisely, so it is also serviceable. Just wanted to understand, sir, because your the 68% of the order book is EPC, if I am not wrong. What will be your focus area? I understand that the affordable housing is going to be one of the biggest pie in terms of the orders and the execution. So tell us, what is the strategy you have for the affordable housing, and how are you looking at the business of the EPC?
EPC business has been really competitive in the last 2 quarters,
Yes.
and I think it will remain to be competitive for the next 2-3 quarters to come. However, we keep on bidding for the EPC projects, but we have a limited threshold guideline. Beyond those margins level, we don't operate. So EPC business is going to keep on continuing at the pace that it's growing at, but more number of orders that we are recently adding are from the other 2 segments, which are obviously high profitability businesses.
Okay. Okay. You have mentioned that the urban infra. Tell us about it, because in Mumbai market there are the lot of the buses there. So what kind of the growth and what kind of the revenue flow you are seeing in from urban infra?
Well, I believe countries like India have a lot of potential to upgrade their infrastructure, and with the sort of projects that we've undertaken now with bus ports that are happening in Gujarat, I think those are one of the spectacle projects which many of the state governments will try and implement, which is where government is trying to upgrade the fractured or not so equipped, outdated infrastructure using the help of the developer, and ultimately benefiting the real users without putting government money at stake. So I believe there's a huge potential, and going forward, I think that's going to be one of the key sectors to look at, because government is obviously more willing about private partnerships now, and situations have changed over the past few years.
Fair enough, sir. Mr. Vadodaria, just stay with us. I'm just taking a couple of minutes of break, and then later on we will discuss on the strategy and the capital infusion. એક ક્વિકલી નારકો બ્રેક લઈ અત્યારે મેનેજમેન્ટ આપણી સાથે જોડાયેલા છે. થોડા ત્યાંથી કેપિટલ અને પિસ્તાલીસ અહીંયાથી સ્ટ્રેટેજીના ફ્રન્ટ ઉપર થોડા ડિટેલમાં વાતચીત કરીશું.